Hello everyone. Welcome to stream. Welcome to stream. Today we're gonna be doing some art practice here with some images that I gather on quickposes.com. Very well. So right here I got a couple of poses. Hello everyone. Welcome to stream. Welcome to stream. Today we're gonna be doing some art practice here. I've got some echo going on. Maybe I can just put it here. My headphones on. So right here I got a couple of posters. Hello. So right here we got a couple of poses that we're gonna be doing today. Basically just some simple practice. This is my first time live streaming, so if you're here, thanks a lot, by the way. I got my Clip Studio Paint here on the left side, and on my right side I got my this one here. Is there any problem? Okay, so I'm just settling some things out over here. Like I said, this is my first time live streaming. Oh, this is not good. Okay. I would need to move this one over here. Cancel. Okay. So let's start with this. We're gonna be doing this over here and we're gonna start. So in the upper side, you can see that I got a couple of poses that I'm gonna be doing today. Just for a little while, and then after that I'm gonna be moving into stop streaming, yeah, because I also have a live to do. So welcome if you're in the chat. Just saying hi right now. Move this over here. So we're gonna be starting with this one. Let me just check that everything is all right up here on OBS before starting to actually draw. So we got the music going on over here. And the microphone also. Okay, now you can hear me both well. Now, all right. I think we are about ready to start. Everything looks perfect. So for this first actual piece of drawing here, we got this dude just sitting down. What we're gonna be doing, it's something very simple. We're just gonna copy the image and we're gonna drop it here. We're gonna make this very large so you guys can see. And the first thing that we're gonna be doing is basically breaking down the thing. So thing we gotta do, it's basically, oh, give me 1 second. Okay, everyone, I'm back. We're gonna be starting with this drawing right here that I have on my left side. What I'm gonna be starting to do is basically start breaking the subject down into simple shapes. So what do I mean with this? What I basically mean is we're gonna make this opacity very, very low, and we're gonna start putting simple shapes on top of this. I'm gonna start doing this for myself as well because I actually want to have like the best accuracy whenever I'm doing my actual work without reference. So for this, we're just gonna basically grab a darker color and then we're gonna be starting to draw on top of this reference sheet. So for the head right here, it's just a regular circle, you know, nothing too crazy. So I'm gonna be starting with this, something like here. And then for the head, it's basically something like this, a straight line with something like this. Okay, we are not trying to break the matrix right here. Now, for this, it's just a cylinder and another cylinder over here. Okay, for now, everything perfect. Okay, now over here, we just got the nose, we got the... Oh, hello, Derex, how you doing? What do you mean by no English? We're gonna be speaking English here only, so if you want to stay and like see what we're up to, you're you're free to stay. Okay, this is my first time actually streaming. Like I said, I am not very experienced with streaming, so I hope you guys like it. Let me know in the comments right here. I'm monitoring in real time what you guys are saying, so anything, just let me know in the comments. Okay, so for now, we're gonna be grabbing here the... Hello, Derek. Cómo está, mi hermano? We're gonna be grabbing here the next part of this pose. This pose is actually tricky because it has foreshortening. Okay, so if you don't know how to handle foreshortening, we're gonna be doing other poses in the future, but for now, this is what we're gonna be doing because for myself as well, I need to learn how to do these things. First thing first, you need to have the line of action. Okay, that's one thing I forgot to say, but you need to have the line of action. Every pose follows a certain energy. Okay, so if we can have this line over here, we're basically going to be using this to see the gesture of our poses. Okay, so we're going to be moving back to red and we're going to be putting this. Actually, matter of fact, we're going to put this on this color. We're going to put it a little more saturated over there. Okay, with this, the first thing that we're going to be doing is the back layer. Okay, trying to learn English. I see. Well, like I said, you can stay here, you can learn a lot of English like this, you know. We're gonna be doing this now. We're gonna be trying to learn English. Pues aquí que es, bro, así de simple. We're gonna be getting the actual gesture right here with a little of proportions, you know. And then now here it's the coccyx part. Something that I really like using, it's boxes. So if you use a lot of boxes, you're not gonna have as much trouble when you're drawing because you already know where everything is gonna be. Okay, we can delete this front parts, and then from here we can move on to the parts that are like more in the front. So what I would do is change colors and basically start drawing. So I will get the purple probably and start using something like this. So I would start like this, and I will go like this. Okay, if you actually want to get better at drawing poses and bodies, this is like the best thing you could actually do because like you're training your brain to think in 3D. Okay, it's no longer not like just flat pictures. You're training your brain to have a visual library where you can rotate and do things with humans in every single angle. So that's what we're trying to achieve here. Not anatomy, not like anything crazy, just this simple thing right here. So go over here with the hands over here. Let me know, guys. Let me know if everything looks okay from your end, guys. I'll put this a little more transparent, and we're gonna be going like this. Just as simple as that. Okay, now for the other hand, we're gonna be doing this, breaking down into simple shapes. We're not gonna draw every single finger, of course, but we're gonna make it simple for ourselves, just like this. And then now it's the legs. Okay, so because these legs are covered in clothing, it's gonna be a little more tricky for us to know what's going on here. But if you have a little of anatomy knowledge, it's gonna be really easy for you to think in 3D. We need to go deeper. Talking about we need to go deeper, huh? We should play that again, honestly. Yeah, actually, this character was inspired by the film theory. This guy, I don't know what's his name again. But yeah, like the way he just poses his hand, basically. So I'm gonna be drawing here the fits, the feet. That's how you say it. Sorry, yo no hablo inglés, por favor. Okay. And then we're gonna be doing the same thing. Basically, we're gonna be putting the wireframe, so we know what we're dealing here. With what we're dealing, that's how you say it. Okay, so then we got the next leg, which it's basically really easy. You just do the same thing. You put the wireframe on top, and then you do the other leg right here as well. Now over here, it's just a matter of getting this other part. Something I really like doing is getting this, like the bottom of the feet, to know what the perspective is. Sometimes it's harder to do, but I think it's something that you could always do just to have a little more perspective into what you're doing. And then we just do the face right here, basically. You can just do the simple shapes of the head like this. And then boom, that's about it, you know? Once you have this, you can basically like literally start reconstructing from your own thing. So no more tracing. Now we just put this like this, and this is what we have. Okay, this is really good because now with this we have the actual structure of how this would look in reality. So if we have this, we can basically just put this in the corner with the other one, of course. Absolutely, we might even draw it right now. You know, maybe the next post I'll find Spider-Man and actually try drawing it, the gesture and everything. So we're gonna be grabbing this one here. We're gonna be merging it, and we're gonna put it here, basically. Now with this said, I'm gonna take a screenshot of this and I'm gonna put it on this part. So I'm gonna be putting it just in here, okay? So now we got the... What did you say? Oh, yes, absolutely. Yeah, we're going to be drawing Spider-Man on this stream right away. Let's just try to finish this one. A good thing that you can always do, it's basically... what's it called? Have a timer on yourself. That way you know. So right now, for me, it's 4:12. In 5 minutes, if I can do this in 5 minutes, I'm in a very good position. So what I'm going to be doing now is hiding this layer and starting a new layer from scratch. So now we're actually drawing. So see, my table is wobbling a little bit. Hello everyone, welcome to stream. We're basically doing some practice right now. Please comment below what you think, how's your afternoon going, you know. So what we're gonna be doing now is watching the right side. So we already broken down the figure into simple shapes and planes. The next step is to actually draw it, okay? So that's what we're gonna be doing just right now. I'm gonna be starting with the head of the shape of the head, that's what I mean. And then basically start like this, you know. It's not rocket science at the end of the day. It's just about like knowing how to practice, because a lot of YouTubers will tell you, oh, practice every day, you know, practice. And I'm myself a victim. I am myself a victim of that thing, because I've said it on the past, oh, you just gotta practice, but I didn't know as much back then, you know. So with this said, I can basically start drawing with the shape of the head right here. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect, you know. Sketching, it's a very messy process, and it's all about problem solving in real time, okay? Right here I got the mouth. And then it's having the proportions. Another thing to have in mind is the negative space. So whenever you have negative space, what's the negative space between, let me hide this layer over here, and let me take this. So the negative space is basically, if you don't know what it is basically having in mind the space that's between the limbs. So it will be something like this, or something like this, okay? That's basically the negative step, the negative space, okay? So with this in mind, we can basically start jumping back again into this and actually start drawing it. So right here we got the action line and the line of action, and then we can start drawing the shoulders, the arms. Basically we have the whole torso over here, which is just basic boxes in my opinion. So have something like this, you know, and then we can actually start drawing the next things. Okay, so we got this leg over here, we got the middle of the leg over here. So right now what you're looking at, it's just me putting very basic shapes down. Okay, it's nothing too crazy in my opinion, and I'm also using the reference that I have on my top right side to guide myself into how I'm gonna draw these shapes. Okay, and then we got this right here, and then we got the hand. Okay, so with this said, I got this part right here. It's a very messy process, like I said in the beginning, but once you commit, like, the only thing that you need to do is commit and trust the process, okay? Like, even myself, like, I am not the best artist in the world. I'm still trying to get better, but just by committing, you're already showing that you have commitment to just start something and finish it. And that's the most important part about art, you know? So right here, we got another cylinder. Oh my God, it's so hot where I am. I'm gonna take off the... I have a sweater on. Take it off. Sorry, I'm back. I was just doing something real quick. Like I said, it's all about committing to what you're doing in the moment. Right here, now we can like actually see the shape of the other leg right here, and have in mind what's the actual negative space. Like I said before, like he would be the shirt, and then we got the other leg over here. So we go like this, something like this, and then the other leg over here. Now we got something more readable over here, so we're gonna make it a little smaller, just like this, and then we're gonna be doing this over here. Like I said, that's a very simple life hack to have. Like, just put 2 circles and that will be your feet most of the times. Just like here also. So we just put something like this, and that's about it. Okay, now I can make this with less opacity and change the color, and then now we can start using another layer to actually put the actual ink. So it will be something like this. Just be trying to like clean up the drawing just a little bit so we can see what we're dealing with. I don't like this pen, honestly. I'm gonna see if I can use something else. Probably this one. So we got something like this. I'm a very big fan of Araki and how he does his like line work and everything, in my opinion. So he's gonna be doing something like this. Just doing the actual face, just like this. Okay, with this done, I can move on into the other parts of the drawing. So we can actually start doing the shirt over here. Very simple, you know, nothing too crazy. Doing the folds of the clothing. How this would go, just like this. Well, I'm actively watching my reference. That's another thing. If you like actually want to get better, you need to be actively observing at your subject. So you cannot just like start drawing and like do whatever you want. You actually need to look at your subject and train, because that's another huge ability to have. Like training your ability to observe, not just to see. It's something that is going to change your art in absolutely amazing ways. So that's the same thing I'm just doing right now. So just changing here, doing some anatomy. Now we're gonna be doing the arm right here real quick. And then maybe some wrinkles on top. And just some little details over here. And this is just part of my daily routine when it comes to drawing. Like, I usually don't stream. Like I said, this is my first time streaming. So if you're new on the chat, hi, welcome. I'm gonna try to do this more often, even if I don't get much viewers, because honestly, like, it's not about like having 1,000 viewers and like all of them chatting. This is more about like, if you actually want to practice with me, you can just grab yourself a sketchbook or whatever, you know, just a piece of paper and pen, and actually start drawing with me as well. As we're here, as we're all just on this together, you know. I'm not the best artist here, and if you have anything to comment on, you're absolutely welcome, you know. Now we got the pants over here. There's like this thing going on with some hands like this. And then something I noticed is that his arm is a little more to the right. So that's another thing to keep in mind when you're drawing, having the proportions. I just failed on that part because I didn't notice before, but I'm just gonna commit to it. I'm not gonna think too much on the mistakes. Of course, you need to be mindful. Oh, I made a mistake. I need to like learn. So you just try the next time, you know? It's all about repetition, not perfection. So the more reps you get in, the better you get at it. Got some going over here. And get the opacity a little lower. And we got the fingers here. Like I said, I'm not the best at hands also. I'm just trying to here to just figure it out, just like all of us are, basically. Now we got the actual thing over here. Got a lot more detail going on over here as well. I would imagine something like this. What I'm basically doing now is just trying to get the shape of the clothing that's on top of his anatomy. That way it's easier for me just to know what we're doing most of the time. this. Just do the shoes now. And that will be about it. I can turn this off. And I can see where I'm making mistakes, basically. Delete this part. And now this is the biggest part. Once you think you're done, which I think I have absolutely, I could keep working on this. Like, you know, there's no reason why I wouldn't keep working on this. But right now I want to move on to another pose that's a little more digestible, I think, because I haven't drawn in days. At this point, I've been taking a little break. But I'm going to move on into another pose and see if I can do better on the next one. One thing that I notice here is with the head. It's a little more smaller, in my opinion, or it's a little more stuck inside the head. So I'm just going to put it like this. And that will be it, you know, like it's not anything super fancy, like I said before. It just needs to work for you. Okay, so get this part right here, tolerance, close cap, and I can just color inside. With this color right here. Actually, matter of fact, I'm gonna change the color of the canvas to something like a pink, like this. And this, I can just color it like this, I guess. Well, I'm not gonna color it, I think, anymore. Another thing you can do is start like basically getting other poses on yourself. So let me delete just this. I got a bunch of stuff going on in here. I don't know what this even is. Some poses that I was doing for a YouTube character. Now we got this pose right here, which it's a little easier in my opinion. So let me just delete both of this. If you're wondering where do you get these poses from, you can just search up quickposes.com and you can absolutely get them there. Okay, we got the next one right here. So what I'm going to be doing now, it's literally the same thing. I'm going to copy this pose and I'm going to put it over here. I'm going to put this on full screen also. So now I'm going to be grabbing this one. I'm going to be making it bigger. I'm going to be putting this, I think, a little smaller just to make it easier on ourselves. And then we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna be drawing on top of it. So I'm gonna be grabbing this one again and the soft tilt. So now with this, we got the head. And then something I really like doing for the face, that's another method, is just basically drawing a mask on top of it. Makes it so much easier to just identify where, because it doesn't matter like if you're looking from on top. So I'm gonna be making some reference over here. You can be looking from on top, so you could do the mask like this. That's something I learned on a YouTube channel not long ago. You can do it like this, or you can do it like this. So there's a lot of ways you could do it. I don't do it too much in my opinion, but like if you're trying to learn how to do these things, it's absolutely amazing, you know. Now with this, the next thing that we're going to be doing is looking for the line of action. So this line of action would actually go from the top of the head all the way to the bottom. And that's another thing that's really important, watching the energy. So something like this, you know. So if we're going to be going with this, it will be something like this. The blue biscuit method. Absolutely, yeah. I learned a lot from her, you know. Like I was watching one of her videos. It absolutely helped me a lot. Like even when I was starting out with drawing, I always looked up to her videos because it really inspired me to do something for myself as well. So, thank you, Bruno Meh 5392 for that one. How's your day going, by the way? Hope everything is good on your end. But yeah, like actually, all of this, I think most of the parts that I've learned, I learned it through YouTube alone. So like Draw Like a Sir, Proco, Mark Burnett, all of these big YouTubers, they have so much good resources online. They are not perfect, but compared to art school, I'm kind of broke, so I cannot afford art school. But I think it's a really good alternative. You know, the internet is absolutely amazing when it comes to resources where you can actually learn. You know. Then we got the other what's it called, the other arm here on the other side. That's another thing, you need to have the line of action, and usually the pelvis will look this way. So if you're like you need the contrapposto, which is like if you have your character like these are the shoulders, let's say this is a character, if you have a character that's this way, you will have the pelvis, I think that's how it's called in English, this way. So this is looking this way, this is looking this way, and vice versa. So that's something I also learned from Blue Biscuits. Credits to her. We're gonna keep going with this pose right here. So simple volumes, it's always something really important. And then like actually having something like this over here. So now with the rib cage, something I really like doing, it's basically having a big circle. Okay, a lot of people will say, oh, use boxes. I think it all comes down to personal preference, because like I wasn't always a big fan of boxes, even though I could draw with boxes right now, but I wasn't a big fan of boxes in the first place. So what I would do now, it's just draw another box over here, something like this, and separate the leg from the actual rib cage. So no, or I mean this part, I don't know how it's called, sorry guys. Now we got the leg over here, which I just draw a little circle, and then the feet, which is another cylinder. So very basic stuff, not anything out of this world. Get the other feet over here. And then we got the other leg, which if I put this on a smaller opacity, it would be something like this. I think so. So we got a box over here, and then we got the leg attaching from this side. So something like this. And then it would connect over here this way. So now with this, we're just gonna be basically putting up this reference on the other side. So give me 1 second. There you go. I'm gonna be doing this here. So we're gonna be hiding this one, and then we're gonna be making the opacity of this one. Oh, I forgot about the hands real quick. Let me just take care of that, which is not something super hard in my opinion, just basic shapes at the end of the day. Another one over here. Cannot see very well what's going on with those hands by the way it is right now, but my point here is not to have perfection, like I said before, is just to have like the best what's it called, best deconstruction as I can. So now I can just delete this, we can see the whole reference right here, the whole breakdown, and then we can actually move on to the next step, which is doing the Okay, so now we're gonna be doing the, sorry about that, guys. Now we're gonna be getting this. I'm gonna take a screenshot of this and actually put it right next to my actual figure. Okay. This is a very good way to practice because now I can actually just uh, hide this one and actually start drawing the other one. So I'm gonna be doing this right. Okay. Now from here, I can just observe my figure again and actually try drawing it. Okay. So looks cool, man. Continue. Thank you. Thank you so much. Nagi Seishiro. Thank you so much for the comment right there. Yes, this is a news. I'm new to streaming, so sorry if it's not the best thing. I'm trying my best right now. Just regular practice, you know. I don't consider myself the best, like I said before. But if you want to join us and like just talk and comment over here, we absolutely appreciate it. Okay. So for now, we're gonna be doing the actual practice itself. So I'm gonna be trying to like observe as much as possible and try to like get the actual thing. So we're gonna be doing this over here. Thank you so much. So for this over here, we just got the arms, both sides, and then we have the line of action. So got this right here and the rib cage. So now we have this circular motion here, which is basically the rib cage. We just basically do this right here. And then we got the gesture of the arms, which I sometimes just like drawing some like little lines, honestly. And then over here, so. Oh, thank you so much, Sushiro. Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I'm not the best artist. I'm trying to learn, just like all of you are. I put myself every day through this, which, like I said, is my first time streaming. I'm gonna try to do more of these ones more often, whenever I can, and then just try to keep doing my best. You know, no pressure at all. It is a little anxious because like I am just accustomed to draw like whenever no one is seeing, and this is just something completely new for me. But I think pushing our boundaries on what we do with our art, it's something we should always be trying to do, in my opinion. Now with the pelvis right here, notice how important it is that, like I said before, was rather unhappy with my anime faces, so today I tried to learn the Loomis method. It was going to be terrible, so I gave a break to watch this stream. Oh my god, thank you so much. Yeah, the Loomis method, honestly, I think it's a little overrated. Like, yes, you can learn a lot from it, absolutely, but you can also learn from more methods. There are like the simple masks method. Like you can try to search other tutorials, in my opinion, that are a little more accessible and digestible, because the Loomis method, it's I think a little too much, you know, especially for me. When I started, I didn't even know what I was doing most of the times. So yeah, now I'm gonna be doing this over here, drawing the leg on top. Whenever I'm drawing my poses, I try not to overthink it, like I said, so I will just basically start doing the leg over here real quick. Right here we got the arms, we got this right here. I'm gonna try to like speed it up a little bit, do like I always do it, honestly. So over here like this. Do something like this, and then like this. I can just delete this over here real quick as well. And now that's about it for the actual torso. We need to do the chest area just a little bit. And then for anatomy, oh, anatomy is just another thing. Oh god, don't get me started with anatomy. It's so terrible. Now I noticed that the head is a little smaller compared to my reference. So what I would do is just basically like make it a little bigger just to match the reference. Like you always have to be observing your reference to learn. Okay, like get like if you're new to drawing, don't listen to the people that will say, oh, tracing it's bad. That's how you learn, you know. There's absolutely no other way. Which order do you draw the poses with? I still kind of suck at drawing them. Which order do you draw poses with? I don't know what you mean by that, like order. Like what I usually do for poses is like I get a reference image from the internet, usually quickposes.com. I get a reference image from there, and what I basically do, it's draw on top of it. So just get the simple shapes on top. Okay, once you do that, you can put, I have two screens on my setup. So what I do is like the thing you're watching on the right side right here where I'm moving my image, that's my other monitor right here. What I do is put my the construction that I did and the pose, and then actually like start drawing it from scratch. So that's what I basically do to try to get better. I think it's been helping me a lot along the way. It's a really nice method and something I learned from Spanish YouTube channels as well from English YouTube channels. So something very helpful, I think so. If that's what you refer to, you know. I'm gonna get the gun now. Just, oh my god, this gun is gonna kill me, I swear. I'm gonna do another stream one of these days, drawing hands. So if you guys want to hop on and like actually like drawing hands with me, like we can all like just support each other here. This is absolutely amazing. But yeah, absolutely. Hands is like the worst part of art, honestly, in my opinion. Even to this day, I struggle with hands so much, and I've been drawing for like 4 years, you know. So that's another thing. Like you start from the head, torso proportions, or something else. Oh, okay, that's what you mean. Yeah, I usually just start from the head. Actually, let me see if I'm doing a time lapse here. I am not. That's unfortunate. But yeah, what I usually do is just start from the head. This is what I do, okay? So I'm gonna do very simple. Start from the head, then do the torso. No, I start from the head, then do the neck, and then the torso. So when I do this, then I do the line of action, and then just do the other limbs, basically. So we go like this, something very simple, you know, nothing out of this world. Oh, like this. Okay. Yep, please. Yeah, like start from the head and then do the line of action. I think that's the easiest way, because if you start from the torso or any other part, it's gonna be harder for you, because like you're gonna be all over the place, in my opinion. So yeah, I would suggest you start from the head and then work yourself down from there, because I think it's just the easiest way. You can later then just edit. If you're on paper, don't worry too much, you know, just try over another pose and then just try to keep going like that, you know. I'm gonna do the hand now, and then now that I'm done with this, I can make it a little less with less opacity, basically, and then I can start doing the line art. So I'll go like this. Thank you guys, by the way, for staying on the stream. I didn't expect anyone to join initially, but thank you a lot, you know, like I really appreciate this from you guys. So absolutely. I'm gonna be doing here the ellipses. Not that I'm saying you're wrong, but I heard using boxes as a base to the body is not the best way. Actually, yeah, I kind of agree with you, because I absolutely hate using boxes. Like my art teachers from college and like high school even have told me, oh, you should use more boxes because boxes will make you learn a lot of things. I think it comes down to personal preference. I don't like using boxes. I like using more organic shapes. But if you're going to learn to draw the actual structure and learn how to like identify the way the body does work, you know, like how everything works in together, I think boxes is really well, because like you can see the planes of the body and everything, you know. It's something that will let you know which parts are facing which way, you know. But when it comes to the actual anatomy of drawing and everything else, I would suggest you to just go loose, you know, like try not to think too much, use cylinders and like more organic shapes, because at the end of the day, you're gonna be more comfortable with what you do, you know. Obviously, like you should get out of your comfort zone and here and there just to like try things out, but if it takes away the fun of art, try not to do it too much, because you're gonna end up like cracking yourself in a wall or something. So yeah, let's see. We got the, I like the JoJo's so much. Seriously, I put everything through JoJo's. So let me get this over here. I noticed that she also has some glasses on, so I'm just gonna draw them right away. Notice this ear, it's a little too on the left side. I'm just gonna draw it closer. Now we can start actually drawing the other parts. So maybe doing this. Yeah, sounds like good advice. Oh yeah, like don't take it from me, like take it from the pros, you know. Like I am still wanting to be like all of these big YouTubers and like artists that are out there, you know. That's where I learn most of my stuff. Boxes are really good for perspective, I hear. They are actually, like whenever I'm doing all of my drawings, like let's say this one right here. This was an avatar I was trying to do. So this was for a video I was doing on JoJo's. This lady right here. I initially used boxes for her, so whenever I'm drawing new poses or anything, I usually just basically start with boxes to see where the perspective is going. Simple boxes, you know, and not anything too serious, and then I move on to more intricate parts like the gesture and everything. This is random stuff. But yeah, got a lot of practice here. Like you guys can see, like I got like layers and layers of daily practice, and this is just one file for Clip Studio, because they get too what's it called, they get too large at times. So now with this, I'm gonna go like this, draw the head, draw some of these. And then start drawing the hair down the line over here. So we're gonna be starting with the arm right here. Now anatomy, that's another thing. Like I mostly learn my anatomy from Araki, because like he is an actual master. If you're waiting for Steel Ball Run, like I don't know if you guys like JoJo's, I'm an absolute sucker for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. But if you guys are waiting for Steel Ball Run, and if you guys like JoJo's, absolutely like try to practice with Araki's style, because he studied Italian sculpture with Michelangelo's, I think, and Bridgman's. So if you don't know who these artists are, Bridgman was an artist from like very long ago, and he has a whole book on anatomy and stuff like that. If you haven't looked at it, take a look, because it has a lot of cool references for you to just check out. You know, I don't necessarily will tell you, oh, you need to study that specifically, but just to check it out, I think it's a very good thing to do, you know. Let's see this arm right here. And yeah, art is supposed to be messy. Like don't ever let anyone think let you think that art is just perfect every time. Like what you see online, like all this beautiful art is like you like whenever you see this big artist, you don't see the whole work that they have behind you. Like you only see the final result. So it happens to me often, you know. Sometimes I have sketches that I think that they're not the best in my opinion, and I think like, oh, maybe this could like doesn't look as good as like the art out there, you know. That's why I uninstalled Instagram and all social media. Honestly, I'm only left with YouTube because looking at other people's art sometimes makes me feel bad, like, oh, I'm not as good as them or something like that. So I just toss that out of the window and like focus on myself, you know, honestly. So yeah, we get this here. Not the best hands, like I said. But yeah, okay, now I'm gonna draw the rest of the chest right here and do the wrinkles on the clothing. So something like this. We got a backpack over here on her back, a little bag. Not anything too crazy. Then we got something on her leg, some accessories. She has a grenade on her back also, so we'll be drawing that as well. And the shorts. I'm gonna be doing this on another type of color to differentiate. So now with this, we just fill it up with black, honestly. Leave me 1 second to read your comment. About the earlier topic, I know comic artist Ryan Benjamin starts with the torso first. He calls it the core, but when I try to do that, I can never get the head right to fit right. That's the thing. Like, I've seen other artists like they will start also with the torso and things like that, and like it literally happens the same. Like what you're saying, it literally happens the same to me, where I don't know how to fit the head afterwards. So what I do is just start from the head and connect the torso to the neck. I think that's a also valuable, sorry, that's another viable way to do the things, you know. There's not one method that's perfect for everyone. That's something that I learned the hard way, you know. So got this now, and then we got another one coming from over here. And then we got the leg. Got the socks over here, and then we got the boots. Now with this, if it's looking very small, I can make it bigger for you guys. That's something because I'm watching my own stream, so maybe let me make it a little bigger for you guys. Noticing that a little bit right there. Now, I can actually start doing this. Let me know where are you guys watching me from? From what country? I would like to know where you guys are from. And how much years you guys been drawing, you know? Like what's the biggest hurdle for you guys? Like in your opinion, like what's holding you back most of the time? I would like to know if you guys would like to share, you know. Brazil. Oh, Brazil. We got Brazil over here. Very nice. Nice to meet you, fella. Morocco. Hey. Like 5 months. Oh, 5 months. I see. Yeah, like you guys should definitely keep trying, you know, do art, do all of these things. I absolutely have to give it to you guys because like I got friends, like real life friends that just gave up on art. They want to be like I remember one of my friends, they want to do something with like a storyboard artist or something like that. And then they just gave up because the AI and stuff like that. I would say keep on it, you know, like don't fear too much or like don't think too much on these things also. I have to give it to you guys because you guys are actually doing the hard work, you know. So I'm very proud of you guys. Let's see. Like I said, what's like one of the biggest things like that's holding you back when you're drawing? Like when you get into the paper or like your computer, tablet, whatever, and you want to start practicing, like what's that one thing that's holding you back? I would just like to know, you know, if you wanna open up, you know. So I like to learn from everyone, you know. For me it's like sometimes it's just like fear of like failure sometimes, you know, like oh maybe I'm not as good as like some other days, you know, or things like that. So I'm afraid of like actually touching the paper and not doing something. So that's why I like do this kind of art things just to like get the fear out of my way. Even like up to this day, I've been drawing for 4 years already, and like even up to this day, like the fear is very real, you know, like oh maybe I'm not as good sometimes. 3 to 4, but there's been some inconsistencies. I used to be mostly drawing what I wanted. Had no ideas about lighting, anatomy, or learning art. Oh, I see. So it's just been like casual hobbies, you know, like not casual, but you know, I think that's what you're referring to. But yeah, like I think that's absolutely amazing, you know, like you should keep going and like try to see what you can do with it. If you have your social medias, I will like be absolutely like if you can drop your social medias here, I will like love to follow you, you know, on your socials and check the art that you make, you know. I'm always up to like uh following like artists and things like that online, so if you want to, you know. So with this said, the next step that I would do is just do some black areas. So like this on the neck, over here, on the hair. So I would just cover the whole hair on this. So yep, casual mostly. Oh, okay, I see, I see. Yeah, casual. Yeah, there's absolutely no problem with it. I know some friends that they just do casual or just to relax, you know, nothing too serious. There's nothing wrong with it, in my opinion. I think that's the best way to enjoy art because at least for myself, I've always been like trying to like get better and like I stress out because of that, you know. Okay, I'm just gonna fill out everything in my opinion. And then fill out other parts. So a little bag over here. And then just do the opposite now. So I would just get this one right here. Start doing it. Something like this. And something like this. Okay. Okay, with this, I think we're actually mostly done. Another thing is like if you want to start coloring these ones, you can absolutely do it, you know, like there's nothing holding you back also from coloring these drawings. Oh, I did a big mistake right now. Okay, let me see. Let me close this off so I can just color them in. And there we go. Oh, not again. I'm messing up a lot of times. 1 second. I'll be real, never says I never really stepped out to show others. Not only do I rarely draw even now, so I don't have much time to show. I don't have much to show. I'll lack enough practice to draw well, especially poses. Oh, I see, I see. Yeah, then there's no problem, absolutely. Like, I was just wondering, you know. But I'm glad, like, you're actually, like, trying, like, taking steps to get better and stuff like that, you know. So, yeah. Let's see if I can. Oh, this is the lower side. And then this one right here. And just this, I guess. And that'll be it, you know, like now what we can do is something like this. I would just basically grab the pose that I just drew and I'm gonna compare it to the actual image. So if this is the image, this is not the image, okay? This is the image right here. So I also took a break from digital art so I could practice hands with traditional, and it's been 2 months and I feel like I haven't learned yak. Honestly, I get you. I tried doing actually I was trying to do a video challenge where I drew 100 hands per day, every day for 7 days. And I absolutely burned myself out, you know, like I was doing good progress, yes, but I felt like whenever I went to draw like normally, like I didn't like have any like real progress, you know. Yep, what a coincidence. I only find you on the net. Oh, thank you so much. That makes me so happy to know that you're enjoying my content. I always try to make content like not me teaching you, but me connecting with you. That's something that I actually want to do with this channel forward ever since I started it. So I am so glad that I could reach you today and like explore, you know, new things, you know. So I have to be thankful, you know, like that's the least I can do for you guys, you know. Right here we got the left side and the right side, you know. So the left side isn't traced at all, okay? So that's something I drew myself. But if we put this on top of this, we can see how close I got into getting the actual pose, you know. I see that I missed, so now what I'm gonna be doing is making this part a little less opaque. I don't know if that's how you say it. And then start actually like seeing where I missed. So I missed over here just slightly, and this arm is a little more on the top side. Then over here I missed the belly, and I missed that this is like a little shorter, and this is a little shorter as over here as well. So checking where you made mistakes is gonna be something really important when you move forward, but don't stress over it, you know, like as long as you're getting close to the actual subject, you're gonna be mostly good, you know. So yeah. Wow, looks more impressive than I thought. Oh, thank you, yes. Yeah, this method I'm gonna be doing probably live streams every day or every other day, just practicing, you know. Some poses maybe 1 or 2, because sometimes it's not about quantity but about quality, like actually understanding what you're doing. So yeah, it is absolutely very important that you get the actual reference and then you break it down, and then from there you try to do your best to just see what's going on in the pose and you try to replicate it. That's one of the best ways to get better. No art is perfect, bro. You miss now, you'll get better later. Absolutely, yeah, thank you for that. I think that my art isn't perfect most of the time, so that's why I'm here every day trying to get better, you know, just like you guys are. Yep. Yeah, actually, these next following days, I want to do a video on making your first manga chapter, because that's something I'm actively working on right now. So if you guys want to check it out, it's something I'm planning on getting on Shonen Jump on the next 2 years, because I got some contacts in there. But this is basically what I'm doing so far with my manga. This is just storyboard pages, so it's nothing too crazy. But yeah, like we got these characters called they're basically living on a post-apocalyptic world on the year 2099. So yeah, like they basically battle like mechanicas or like robotic things, you know, and it's a lot of fun. Like every day I put myself into like making different comic characters. So let me see if I can show you guys this right here. I got different comic book characters. Here is one of them. Basically, his name is Kazuki Yoshikazu. He's basically the protagonist of my story. Then we got Robert. Robert, that's basically his father, his father figure. I inspire a lot from Araki, like the way he does the character designs and all of the things. I think, oh, it's just such a good way to make characters, and like, oh, I absolutely love it. But for now, it's just like normal sketches, you know, it's nothing too crazy. I have other sketches here for these guys, but yeah. Let me see. Let me see what's going on here. I'm not getting the. Yeah. So yeah, basically that. Moving this out of the way. Let me just close this, and close this. Yeah, but for now, I'm just practicing so I could do any pose from any angle and do the things that I want, you know, on my art. So yeah, basically that's that. We're gonna close this one, and we're gonna get this. We're just gonna put this one over here on my practice layers, and also this one. So I heard someone send me a chat. My stream is delayed in the right side. It says, really, I also have my own story currently. Didn't start yet, though I'm interested in yours. Oh, thank you so much. Yes, I'm actually going to be releasing this one on Shunin Jump, hopefully, or like Manga Plus creators in the next 2 years. So if you guys want to check it out, it's a lot of work on the writing and story and character designs and everything. But if you guys want to check it out, I always be here on my YouTube channel, just sharing with you guys whatever I'm doing. And yeah, basically that. Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. Seriously, like, I am so happy to see you guys, like, just interacting with the community and everything. So my heart goes out to you guys, honestly. Oh, I didn't show you. Oh, my bad. I didn't show you. Oh, my bad. Okay, let me go to OBS because I didn't show you the actual thing that's going on over here. So let me close this captura de video Clip Studio Paint. Okay, so Clip Studio Paint. So now you guys can see the Clip Studio Paint that I have over here. Over here on this side, I have, that's why I didn't show anything. So let me just show you guys once more because I didn't show anything. This is the manga that I'm doing right here. Hopefully you guys can see now. I completely missed the thing. Like I said, this is my first time actually like streaming with you guys. So that's why I was wondering, of like, my stream doesn't show any characters. That's so strange. But yeah, like, this is the character designs that I currently have on my story. This is Kazuki Yoshikazu. Like I said before, he is the main protagonist of this story. He has like a very interesting set of powers because I inspired a lot from stands and like the way Araki does powers. Let me see if I can just have Robert here. This is the father. So this story is about a son and a father going on an adventure on an apocalyptic world, basically. And this is Silvery. This is one of the secondary characters that I have also. And this is El Bravo, which is basically the antagonist of the whole first chapter. You know, he has a power where he basically, like, you're moving forward in time, but in his perspective, you're moving backwards in times, and he can basically like take advantage of that, and like you wouldn't even notice what's going on until then, like you will be dead even before you know it. So it's crazy. Like, I still have to refine these characters a little bit here and there, but yeah. And this would be the manga panels that I'm doing so far. So we got like this one over here. Like, these are just rough sketches, you know, of the characters and like everything going on over here. I still have to ink them and I still have to do a lot of things. Let me see. Interesting. You have the story planned yet? Yeah, absolutely. I have the whole story planned already. I have like I said, like all of the storyboards that I'm doing. I have my script. I'm just doing the the backgrounds and everything. It's a lot of work in my opinion, but like once you start getting like used to the flow, I think it's much easier to do in my opinion. But yeah, I'm gonna keep working on this one. I'm gonna be releasing a video soon on how to do your first manga chapter. Once I'm done with my first manga chapter, which is this one. I've tried it already, but I didn't like most of the manga panels that I did, so I still needed to work on my anatomy, on my proportions, and most of the things. So that's why I haven't released the video on that yet, because I don't want to like just jap on a video and like I don't even know what I'm talking about. So that's very important for me to like actually be given real what's it called, real value to you guys. Yeah, that's another practice you can do. Like you can do like anatomy practice on top of like references and stuff like that. I think that's something really like interesting you could do. So yeah, anyways, guys, I think I'm gonna be going now because I have to do some other things. Thank you for hopping on. If you guys want to like check out my channel and see what I do, you guys are absolutely welcome to. Thank you seriously for staying here in the chat and like just seeing what I was doing. For now, I need to go to do my my life, you know. So thank you so much for staying. I will see you any other day if I catch you, you know. And then yeah, that's about it. Remember to keep shining forward, just like a star, and I'll see you in the next one.